Hello, welcome, friends. So, welcome back to Lunch and Learn. It is your girl, Lydia K. Smith, your favorite project manager, and I am super excited to be here with you for another Lunch and Learn. So, today we are going to be covering Zoom backgrounds, why they are important, how to create one, and we're going to go into the step by step of how to create and upload your Zoom backgrounds. You can also use them for Teams, webinars, your daily meetings. So, any platform, you can use it on Zoom, Teams, even a platform like this, like StreamYard, for those meetings, for those webinars, to make sure that we have a very clear brand identity. And I want to talk about that a little bit. But if you are here with me, definitely drop me a comment. Let me know that you're here. I want to engage and interact with you. I want to be able to answer any questions that you may have as we go along. So let's talk brand identity. Let's take a look here at what you see on my screen alone. I spent time, I spent energy creating a logo, identifying colors. Why? Because I want to make sure that each and every time you see me, you know, oh, that's Lydia K. Smith. You know that by the aesthetic, you know that by the colors, you know that by the look, and most importantly, you know that by the logo. Right. And so a Zoom background is a really cool way to be able to walk around with that brand identity that's super clear without having to give it any thought. Because once it's created and uploaded, each and every time you show up for a virtual meeting or interaction, it is going to be there to represent you, right? That is going to be your best representative of your brand, of the aesthetic that you work so hard to create. So we're going to get into that today. We're going to go about 15 to 20 minutes on that, and then I'm going to open the floor for questions. So if you're doing this along with us, please make sure that you have those tools that I indicated that you're going to need. So you're going to need your logo. You're going to need the template, which is going to be provided in the link that I've given you. I'm going to also drop that in the comments. So let me do that now. These are all the things that you're going to need. And then lastly, you're going to need a free Canva account. So you want to make sure you have that as well. So I'm going to drop this in the chat really quickly so that you all have it. Oh no, friends, it's not allowing me. So what I will do is I will go back and add this after the live stream. I will go back and add those elements. However, it will be whether you're watching from LinkedIn or if you're watching from the private Facebook group, those elements will be there. So your logo, your free. Yes, for the free Canva. Absolutely. Right. We're going to start with a free account. We'll work our way up to the benefits of Pro, but we're going to start with a free account. All right, so we're going to jump right into it. And let's talk Zoom backgrounds. So if you click the link that I've provided you, it should be a bit.ly link, and it should be https://branded Zoom. You're going to receive a template that looks just like this, okay? I have created a really cool template for you guys to use. And what you're going to want to do is follow the easy to follow steps. You don't have to do it now, but you want to do it at some point, even if it's after this live stream. You want to make sure that you upload that logo that we talked about, making sure you have your logo. Make sure you upload your logo. And then we're going to play around with the background and the aesthetics to complement your logo. You can insert text if you wanted to add your Instagram handles, your social media handles, an email, whatever may be most appropriate. You can do that. And we're going to just keep it really, really light, really fun. We're not going to get too dramatic with it, okay? All right, so I'm going to just give you an example of what you're going to see when you click through. So this is an example of a Zoom background that is already finished. So as you can see, I've added some text. You see the Instagram handle on the far left for El Rouge Events. And then you see the logo on the right. Very simple, very clean. The one thing you want to remember with Zoom backgrounds is that you do not want it to be distracting. You simply want it to be an added bonus to your meeting and to your presence as you're showing up. It should not be super busy, and it shouldn't be distracting from you and whatever it is that you're sharing during your live meeting. This is another example, and this one is not filled out. This is a template. So you'll be able to sort of click on this blue background here. You can change it around by clicking the backgrounds feature. You can, as simply as you would edit a Word document, you can change and insert your Instagram handle. And then you can also play with dragging and dropping your logo from your uploads straight onto this image here. Okay. I provided another one here. It's just a simple black background. Again, nothing too extensive. Okay, so these are some of the examples that you're going to see with the template. So I'm actually going to build one out with you today, utilizing a client's brand kit that I currently work with. I'm going to actually pull that up, and literally you're going to see me work through creating a Zoom background. I did give someone the opportunity. I said, does anyone want to go live with me? And no one volunteered. So it's all good. I'm going to go live all by my lonesome. If anyone would like to come backstage, I'm happy to drop that link for you. If I do have anyone who's watching live right now and you want to join us, definitely feel free to jump backstage with me. And I'm going to drop that in the chat as well. StreamYard is not being my friend today, folks, and it's not wanting to allow me to drop you guys comments. All right, so we will not waste any time. I'm going to share my screen, and we are going to go on over to Canva. All right, so everyone should be able to see Canva. And first thing that we're going to type in is the word Zoom. So when we type in Zoom in our search bar, you will see Zoom virtual backgrounds. So I am building from scratch. You all have a template. So you're going to refer to the template, but I'm going to walk you through how I'm going to build one from scratch. So here I have a blank canvas, and we talked about uploading. So here in the uploads section is where anything, any logos, any elements that we've uploaded is going to appear. So I'm going to go ahead, click upload media, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to upload my client, the Phyllis Wheatley School. I'm going to go ahead and upload their logo. So now this is the way you're going to do it. If you have a free account, you're going to use the uploads feature. However, because I have a premium account, I actually have a brands kit for that particular school. So if you see here, the benefit of the premium account is that, or the Canva Pro account, is that you can pre-upload all of your logos, your text, your HTML, your hex codes. They're all going to be preloaded for you. However, we're going to work from the context as though we are using the free account. So taking a step back, you're going to click upload media. You're going to find where your logo may be located on your desktop or in your downloads. I always use my downloads. You're going to click into it, and then it will load right here under images. Okay. So you can drag and drop as I just did, or you can just simply double click and it'll appear. Okay. So what I am going to do is I am going to create a aesthetic that is going to be super clean, very similar to the example that I showed you. And I'm going to put the logo in the bottom right-hand corner. We can manipulate it by just clicking and dragging it around. You can drop it anywhere that you'd like. And then I'm going to add a background. So when you click background on your left-hand side here, there are going to be several options for you to choose from. You can go solid color, which a palette will appear for you here up on the top. This is something that's super clean. You can even play with these various patterns and gradients. They have plenty of options for you to choose from. If you know your hex code, you can click the color palette here and you can actually enter in the number. Yeah. So we have so many options of how we can go ahead and do that. And I'm going to get a little funky, actually. I'm going to go no background, and I want to actually create almost like a step and repeat aesthetic. So I'm going to copy and paste this a few times. And I'm going to create almost like a step and repeat look. So bear with me while I do that. And I'm just copying and pasting in order to do this. Okay, so that's going to be my first row. And I'm going to select all these and I'm going to just duplicate it and create a second row. And then I'm going to do it again to create a third row. So I'm moving pretty swiftly. However, if you would like a step-by-step guide on how to leverage Canva, how to use it as a tool, we will get into it afterwards, but there is a masterclass that you guys can purchase in order to get just a more of a step-by-step slower tutorial to use Canva as a tool. And so now this is going to be my virtual background. I like this because it's not super busy. However, it shows branding in a very clean and concise way. I think I like this. What do you guys think? Yeah? Oh, I hear you. I hear you. If you all do not, if for some reason you do not see my screen, please let me know in the chat. However, right now you should be seeing my Canva screen. All right, so I'm going to come back over to Canva and now I am ready to save this, right? I feel complete. I feel content. This is what I would like it to look like. And so we're going to click the top right-hand corner and where it says share, and we're going to download this. So when we click download, it's going to ask us what file type. PNG is a image file type, which is fine, or you can go JPEG, but I'm going to go with PNG. And then we're simply going to click download. It's going to ask us what we want to name it. And I'm going to write Zoom background. And remember where you saved it. That's going to be important. I always save things in my downloads and I'm going to click save. Okay. And so now we have downloaded this image. Okay. And I'm going to stop sharing for a second. And I just want to check for understanding and just make sure that everybody is clear. And the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go into Zoom and I'm going to show you what that looks like if you wanted to then upload it into Zoom. Okay. So I am going to, this may look a little weird to y'all, but I'm going to share my entire screen. So you're going to see me twice for a second. All right. And then I'm going to go into Zoom. Okay. So your Zoom screen should look very similar to this. And I use a Mac. So when you're actually in Zoom, you're going to look here on your top left-hand corner and you should see Zoom US. And that's where all of your preferences and fun stuff is going to show up. Okay. All right, so we're going to go into preferences and you should see all these various settings like so. Okay, and then we're going to go to backgrounds and effects. Okay, so now you should see me. This is the Zoom background that I use every day. Again, that aesthetic, the green and the yellow. When you see that, you know that it's me. You know it's Lydia K. Smith. We're going to actually add the Zoom background that I just created. So you're going to click this plus sign right here on the right-hand side. And you're going to click add image. And we're going to add the image that we just created. So I know that I saved that in my downloads. And it's right here, Zoom background. And I'm going to click open. And what a bummer. It looks like you guys cannot see what I'm sharing with you. Oh, man. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to release a second part of this video that shows you what it is that I'm doing in Zoom. However, in the meanwhile, what I will do is I will add it here. Okay. So I'm going to release a second video. I'm actually going to drop it. I have a video already. I'm going to drop it in the comments after this live. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just show you if I were to have uploaded a virtual background in Zoom, essentially what you're going to see right now is what you would see in Zoom. And I want you to just understand the value. So check this out right behind me. So this is what we just created in Canva, right? So although I cannot show you the upload process through this live stream in terms of how to upload to Zoom, this is essentially what we want to be able to create. So imagine you're in a meeting, it's not distracting. You have your brand aesthetic directly behind you. And because remember, your brand's identity is as important as announcing your first and last name. We wouldn't forget to do that. So imagine whomever, whatever your school name is, whatever your nonprofit name is, whatever your LLC, your corporation, your small business, we want to make sure that that is shown and that it's clear who you are anytime you show up, right? This is your best representative. And then imagine, remember, once you create this and you upload this, every single time you log in, this is what your audience will see. You don't have to do anything extra, right? So it's almost like showing up on your behalf. So first and foremost, I want to just check in and see if there are any questions around this. And if there aren't any questions, I am going to, oh, you can't wait to try. Awesome. And I want you to know that if you're trying and you run into any dilemmas, please feel free to use the group to indicate that you're having a challenge. And I would love for you to even share, show me that you did it. Like actually share the image. It's going to be an image file. Share it right in the group. I would love someone to kick that off. I want to see your Zoom backgrounds. And I'm also going to make sure that I share that video with you that shows you on Zoom how to then go ahead and upload it in your preferences, in your settings. It's super, super, super simple to do. And I'll make sure that you have a step-by-step guide. So right now, we want to make sure you have a logo. You want to have at least a free Canva account. And you want to go ahead and use that template that I have provided you in the chat to get started. Once you've done that, you're going to follow the follow-up video that I'm going to share with you guys on how to then upload it into Zoom to be used. You can also use this in Teams. I am using StreamYard, which is an encoder to provide you this live stream. And clearly, I'm able to use the virtual background even here. Okay. One of the cool things that I will admit is that right behind me, I actually have a green screen, right? So this is actually a green screen behind me. And it connects right onto the back of my chair. And I'm actually going to link that as well. If that's something that you're interested in adding to your kit, so that way you have a super clean and pristine image. It is not required to have a green screen in order to use a virtual background. But as you can see, there's a lot less of like the bleed lines that kind of gets a little wonky and funky when we go into our Zoom meetings. Sometimes when we don't have one, it's a $29 investment. And for me, it's great because I never have to worry about that ever again. So I will link that as well. I hope that y'all had a good lunch and learn with me. As I told you, when we do these, I will not be before you long. It's going to be quick. It's going to be to the point. And we're going to just make sure that you know how to use some of these tech tools to show up as your best. It does not have to be difficult. My goal is always going to be to simplify your experience with tech. So I want to encourage you guys, follow me on social. That's going to be super important. And I want you to know just about some additional opportunities that I have for you to continue to learn with me. If you would like a step-by-step guide on how to leverage and how to use Canva as a tool, I have an ebook available. It's $27. And that's going to walk you through in a workbook format how to use Canva as a tool in order to design content, right? Because remember, this is still content. This is how we're showing up in media and digital platforms. It's still considered content. And then if you would like more of a detailed sort of video format similar to this experience here, I do encourage you to go ahead and get the masterclass. It's $297 right now. And we go over how to create engaging content. We go over clear call to actions, how to design hierarchy, your fonts, your logos, how to create a brand kit, along with the workbook. And we even have some bonuses as far as creating like YouTube thumbnails and Instagram covers. So that covers the full gamut, and that is a $297 offer. So I mean, I had a great time with you. I hope you all had a great time as well. If you have any further questions, please, please, please use the Facebook group as a tool and as a community. I want us to be able to create together. It's going to be super important. We will be sending out a survey at the close of this session. I want to know what other topics you guys would like to cover, right? So please take a few minutes, complete that survey when you receive it via email. If you're not already on the mailing list, I encourage you, go ahead over to the website and join the newsletter mailing list so that way you can stay updated and you never miss another update. So until next week, enjoy. Bye.